Are you kidding me? It's me, RV, and if you haven't already, subscribe already. So for today's video, if you may know that they have done quite a few reaction videos with other celebrities, and I'm going to talk about the woman of the hour who just released her new album, and I think she is the most talked about artist right now because of her world tour, the Eras tour. So none other than Taylor Swift. So when you become a celebrity, you get a lot of fans, but you also get a lot of haters, and I think this one of the reason why Taylor Swift has actually written the song "Shake It Off" because she to remind herself that haters gonna hate, right? So I do not totally hate her. I just didn't like her. So I can remember the first time that I saw her was actually on her music video, um, "Love Story." And it was way back then. I was like, who is this girl and why is she there? She doesn't deserve it because at the time she actually took the numbers one spot on the top 10 chart in our local music channel before. And I was like, okay, so I listened to the song and my impression was like, that was it. So that's the number one song. What made that song number one? It's very simple, and listening from it, it's almost like a kid just wrote it because it's a story about Romeo and Juliet. So there's nothing really special about it, and I was thinking like, why is she getting that spotlight? Like she doesn't really deserve it. Other people has way more better songs and was way more talent than her. She is coming to the spotlight just walking in the park, while others have actually worked so hard and took so long for them to get to such position. And I'm like, actually, she has looks, but there are many other female artists that looks better than her. That is prettier and stuff. And also, the melodies of her songs are kind of very simple. It's very common, and there isn't really much remarkable about it. And also, when you try to listen to her voice, she doesn't really sound any special. Like, it's not exceptional. She doesn't have like voice that can hold up a note high or long, and it's not really it's not really versatile, like the divas who have this vocal versatility, who can even sing songs that are like the vocal powerhouses, basically like Whitney or Mariah. So she was very simple, and I was like, okay, so she sounded like just any other girls who would sing it because there's nothing really unusual about her voice. But thinking about it, you know, because she kept making music, you get to hear the the other songs of her, basically in new albums, stuff like that. So I tend to get familiarized with her music, and I was like, actually, yes, the music almost sounds similar. There is that kind of vibe that she's making the same music, but the thing is that when you started to listen to her songs and then you keep hearing them at one point or another because she's always making music, you started to get familiarized with it, and then I thought that, oh, okay, I think it wasn't as bad as I thought. And it it's not really it's not really more about being boring or being simple. When you actually look into the words or into the lyrics, it seems like she is writing very good words with her music, right? And since it's through the words that a song means something to you, right? So I started to learn the words of her songs, and I didn't notice it, but I started to actually sing along with her. And then as she kept making music, so I started to kind of like, oh, okay, I think it's not that bad. I think her music is okay. And then it came to the point when I started to actually feel like her songs are enjoyable, that you can sing along with it and actually feel it, and basically, oh, okay. Um, I think that I misjudge her because when you're a newcomer, usually the first thought that comes to mind with many people is that she doesn't deserve it. Who is she? She is like she she didn't really work hard. There's nothing special about her. She's not that talented. Her voice is very normal. She can't really sing that well. But when when you really have the treasure, that hidden talent in you, and then you just work on it, focus on it, and then keep doing it, it shines through. And that's what happened when i I came to the point when, wow, okay, so this really, you cannot really deny her talent, and she's unstoppable. So I was like, wow, it's so nice that there is actually an artist like her that is doing how she's doing it, because at some point it's hard to not like her, because aside from her making great music, she is also a good role model, or role model for many of the other artists or female artists in her generation, right? Because other artists sometimes would just write music that doesn't really mean anything, any very nasty words. But her, she is writing from her heart and from her soul. So I'm very excited about listening to her new album, which is the Tortured Poets Department. So if you haven't already, please check it out. And that is all for now. Ciao.